1, 2, 3.
You made directions today. You're here ahead of me.
I guess I've been here probably about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Long enough to put my gear on and step down here.
You ready for next Saturday?
Oh yeah, I'm getting everything ready, slowly but surely.
I reckon me and my wife, we're going, them hoes, that might have been the dog scratch. Looks like a gutty scratch right there. And, I reckon me and my wife and my dog might even have my grandkid. We're going to go down Friday night.
Okay, cool.
Get a motel room.
There's going to be a lot of activities out there from what they're saying.
Yeah, that's the reason my little grandson, I can say I'm going looking for BigFoot. Can I go with you, Papa? He ain't but 4 years old.
Oh, there's going to be a lot for kids to see there. They're making everything kid friendly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Him being 4, he's going to eat that up.
Oh yeah, he is.
Did you notice on your film where that right there was there the last time we come through?
I didn't see it on there. I went back and looked at the films that I made, and I didn't even see that on there.
So they must have stacked it on there.
Something stacked it on there. You can't put that on anything natural. I mean, something had to pick it up and stack it on there.
Yeah.
That's cool. Of course, it don't surprise me now with this area. All this went on the few times I've been up through here.
Yeah. I'm hoping that when here in the next few weeks, well, especially in October when bear season opens and dogs start running through, it might get some more sound and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll help or not, but
I think it probably will.
I talked to my buddy the other day that said his dog, something chased his dog into the road. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this was right in here where we're at. He said, my dogs he got good bear dogs. He said, I ain't never seen them afraid of nothing. He said, but something sure chased them into the road.
Dang.
And I thought, well, I know what it was. Starting to feel like fall, ain't it?
Oh yeah. It sure is. This weather's getting cooler and cooler. Yesterday it was real cool. I was in a fog yesterday. I was real sleepy and everything. But man, the weather was nice in Mount Holly. Anything interesting happened the last couple of weeks?
No, not that I know of. I ain't done nothing but help people.
Yeah, how'd the hot dog and the little cookout thingy go?
I got sick. I've done the cooking for it. I didn't go grill the hot dogs, but I cooked all the chili and got all that stuff. But I stayed sick about all week. I think I got heat exhaustion. And I mean, I just either that or a stomach bug one. And I just stayed queasy on my stomach all week. Every time I'd get hot, I'd get sick.
Well, it's still pretty humid on a lot of days, even though it's cooled off somewhat. It don't take much. When it's humid, sometimes that heat sneaks up on you, and before you know it, you're kind of hot and exhausted.
Yeah, because you're already sweaty from the humidity. I ain't noticed that. Have you?
What is it? No, I hadn't noticed that that's bent down. It's almost looked like it's kind of tucked
in to hold it down.
Tucked in to hold it down. Well, you see the end of it right here. Kind of looks like it's weaved around that. in them branches a little bit.
And pull back around behind that one.
Now, I hadn't noticed that before, that it's been bent down like that. Again, that would be, you know, in my line of thinking, if they bend them down, that might be a way that they come down through and they just wanting some cover. When they come across trails, they wanting some cover.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this necessarily is bending down to try to catch sun or anything like that. And the other trees of similar size to it, they're going straight up.
Yeah. So the sun, I know the sun's going to come from here and they'll come back around this way.
Well, you know, the way we've been coming through here, we're clearing the trail more and more. They may want some more camouflage, some more cover.
That's what I'm thinking. I think you get the nail on the head on that. That's
Come on.
Thing I can't wait before I took him snips and snip that trail out last time and see what we got going on there.
And I forgot, I thought halfway down here, I said, I didn't bring my snips. That needs to be a standard. I bring them snips every time. I didn't bring mine this time.
I know we've come in here quite a bit, but it almost looks like this trail's getting more a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking for you a little far enough to see that and I thought, well, I don't know who that is.
And you saw the dogs run up through.
I know they ain't deer hunting because that won't open until next week.
Yeah, my little Corolla, the driver's side window, I rolled it up and it's been making noise for a long, long time. But I went to roll it up and it started going outwards. So I rolled it down and then I heard a little clack and it's all the way down and it won't roll back up.
Uh-oh.
So.
Much rain we've been having, that ain't good.
Oh yeah, that ain't good. So I might try to pop it open tomorrow and fool around with it a little bit and see if I can do anything with it.
At least get it back up.
Yeah.
If we hear Cindy go off the high dive here in a minute. How's Bob doing? Is he doing okay?
Oh yeah, Bob's doing pretty good. He gotten back into the swing of everything really well. So he's really been concentrating on setting up the booth for the festival.
Yeah.
So he's been full board on that. So I asked him yesterday, you need anything? He said, nah. He said, I'm good, we're looking good. One of the guys said he's gonna bring some casts to the festival for the booth. He's got a cast collection, so we should have a little bit of everything at the booth.
That'd be good.
Well, I wondered, I'm gonna bring all my GoPros and I'm gonna see if I can get, if anybody's interested in getting filmed for some eyewitness stuff, I might film a couple eyewitnesses. So hopefully there'll be a lot of people there with stories to tell.
Yeah. I don't remember this one being over here. Maybe. Gatton's been there for a while. It's got vines glued all over here.
Hey boy, hey.
I know last time we come in here we sure got wet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I got dried up halfway back.
Almost seems like the brush is dying down some and things are opening up just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we have an early fall this year. And Bob did a change for a year. This fall wants to leave, get off up on Standing Indian would be a good place to go.
Oh, I'm ready to get up there and do a little bit. Ain't no doubt about that. That's like a big playground up there.
Yeah. They got the whole world to themselves up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that's a spot where a lot of wildlife cuts down through.
Yeah.
You see where the bark's all the way peeled off of this tree, where it's been snapped and bark's been peeled all the way off of it.
Now you can go right up through here, about probably 150, 175 yards,
Mm-hmm.
and get in that clear cut road we went up that day.
Okay.
But they've got a good trail. I'm sure that's deer and bears and hogs and everything, but they got a good trail going. Shortcut down to that water, I'd say. Out of that clear cut.
I say on our way back, we get up to where we followed up and where we think it was sitting, and go back and explore that area a little bit.
Okay, you're right there, buddy. Right here on this little old
Yeah, right up through there, yeah.
I tell you, one thing we could do is go up out yonder, go up that road I was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and walk it back down this way.
If you want to, yeah, we can do that. That's cool. That's cool to me.
And that way you're covering the whole area and not having to backtrack. Looks like them hogs has been in here quite a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Might be where we cut this trail out a little more, they can go through it easier. That and all these oak trees and acorns starting to fall.
Hogs like acorns.
Yeah, white oaks and that stuff is starting to fall. I was going to bring, I got a good grapevine there to have. Got them Concord grapes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing was loaded down. I thought I'll pick some of them up here and put them out. Hickory nuts are falling too. Where we're cutting. Where we're cutting the hull off of it.
Mm-hmm. See that.
But I thought I'd bring a 5-gallon bucket full of them grapes up here and set them out. Went out the other morning and the coons would eat every one of My wife hollered at me, "Oh, there's a coon growling at me." She was getting ready to go to work before daylight. And I got my flashlight and went out and shined it up at the pin oak tree there at the house, and 3 coons are sitting up here.
Dang.
We ain't never seen coons around there. So my dad came over later that morning.
Oh man, dang. Little spider web.
And he went up there and there wasn't one on it. He said, "No, we've got all your grapes."
Yeah, you need to tell them coons they can't growl at you and your family now.
I ain't telling you. If it wasn't for waking everybody up, I'd have killed him. Then we could have brought him some coons. I know they like him too. So.
Spiders like the way we've cleared these trails too.
Yeah.
This is the most I've seen since I come through.
They can make her nest bigger and more easier for bugs to fly through there now.
Ben, are you catching any spiders?
And hopefully about a week from Monday after bow season opens, I'll be going up to where my trail cam is again. I can find out if there's a limb around that thing or something that is putting it in front of the trail cam.
Okay.
Hopefully there won't be nothing but maybe where something. Now we got a stick across the tree.
Mm-hmm.
We do. That's been put in there.
I would say that's been put there.
Look at these hanging up here.
Mm-hmm. See that?
That wasn't there last time we was there.
Nope. Nope, it wasn't.
Let's take them off again. I got my cutters right here.
I mean, it ain't been washed down. I mean, you can't say that stick's been washed. It's been placed there.
Yeah.
That's clearly. There ain't no doubt about it.
What they've done, they broke it off the side of that tree right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
Yeah, I see that.
I guarantee you they broke it and laid it across there. Now what you're going to do? I know that we over on the other side over there, we wasn't doing this to interact with them. We were doing it to keep the trail clean, but I know that kept them doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and undo what they had done. I guess if we was coming in as much as me and Newsom was on the other side, they'd do more stuff, but that's just coming back every couple of weeks. Ain't too bad worried, I don't guess.
Nah.
Did we hang that up?
I don't remember. I don't remember if you hung that up or not.
I honestly don't know. Let's change it on.
I can't remember if you hung that there or not.
Honestly,
We need to make some notes too.
yeah.
Now I can go back and look at the video again, but still we need to.
Now we know it's on the other side.
I don't know for sure if I was filming right here when we walked out.
Yeah.
So we need to kind of make some notes or take a little picture with the phone when we make a move like that. Just make it a habit.
I can do that.
That way we'll know. Then that way we'll be like, did we do this? I mean, we'll just check your phone, check your pictures, and it'll show you how it looked and what we did. If we didn't take a picture of it, we didn't do it.
There we go. Now then, now that I know for sure I done it, I can remember it now.
Aha! Gotti, you tired already. Fendi ain't even tired, Gotti. You better keep up with her now. Fendi,
That's your sister out there, you right there.
yeah, Fendi's got all them aerobic skills. Gotti's like, man,
Gotti's like me, he got them recliner skills.
he does. He's got them big time. She'll go outside and he'll just stay in the house laying down. He's got those recliner skills big time. Gotti said, but Daddy, it's football season.
That's it.
Go ahead and lay down and cool off. I know you're hot.
That's what I was thinking. Look at that. That's just been stuck in the ground right there.
It's cool, ain't it?
It was like that. It ain't growed there.
Ain't no dead trees above it, you know.
And if that's it, that it would have broke off of up there, then it would have been still up in the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to me like it would have hit up here and stopped instead of.
I think the chances of something falling and perfectly plopping up against a small tree's branch and just staying there are kind of slim and none.
Yeah.
It's almost like a balancing act. You're gonna see if you can get it perfectly balanced and it'll just stay there. It might be a little contest,
It could be.
you know,
Yeah.
to see who's got the best balancing skills.
Like Jenga.
Yeah. Well, you know, humans do rock stacking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's like an art form. There's like something interesting piled up down there, but I can't see too close. I still can't get over that flower pot we saw up in the tree.
Up in that tree.
That's one of the best things I've seen.
That was neat. Now that's there where we come off last week, or the last time.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played that sound to a couple more people that Doug thought might be a hummingbird, and I've got all different kind of reactions to that.
Just my personal opinion, I don't think there's no way in the world that's a hummingbird.
One guy told me he thought that was an infrasound hit, but I don't know. I wouldn't know what one will sound. Apparently you can't hear it, but can a microphone pick up the vibrations to where you can hear? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well, there's one thing about it. I've never, out in the woods hunting, I've never seen a hummingbird. Now around the house there's places where there's flyers. I've seen plenty of them, and even seen hummingbird nests. Their little nest ain't that big around. But I've out like this, I've never seen one flying around. To me, it sounded like it took its finger across them holes and just raked across.
And just raked it right across the hole. Yeah.
And that would have been, was that after that one circled around us?
Yeah, it was after that, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say so.
You know, it might have been seen watching us what we was fooling with and went over there to investigate it. And I was like, well, what have you got? What kind of new toy is this? I don't see no lights on it. And I went for red lights like our trail cam.
Oh, dirty boy. He's always going to get dirty. And she stays clean, he stays dirty. Oh, wait a minute now. She's going to get dirty now.
Now that you said that, she'll get down in the
She's getting
water.
in the water. Oh, she's digging in it too.
I'm hoping over where my trail cam is, I'm sort of torn between that whether I want it to be one or not. I've given them this hunting place. I've got that cocaine out in it, and it's working good. So I don't know if I want to give them that or not. Somebody just have to keep a shower in it if it turns out to be anything. I think when I go back, I know I'm going to have to take batteries and the film card. But I think I'm going to put it on video. Get audio with it that way. That way it doesn't get to the right.
It's like it slid down a little bit.
Yeah, you had it resting over in that little crook, didn't you? It's been moved this way.
Looks like it's been messed with.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say that's anything, but right there sort of looks like a footprint.
It does, don't it?
But you've been keeping that tucked back into that little hole right there, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one of them we'll have to take pictures of. I just don't never remember it setting out that far. Which when you get old, you don't remember often.
It was still powered on and the memory's full. That's good.
Yep.
Cool beans. Oops.
One of my buddies I went to school with, hey boy, he's been noticing I've been putting stuff up about Bigfoot. He put a thing up the other day, said, I ain't seen no pictures of Bigfoot lately, and then he tagged me in it and said, where they at, Tim Bill? And I seen him a couple. I seen him at Florida. He got around there. That good face picture you got. I seen him at.
You got him on that.
Yeah, and I think he well, he knows me. Like I say, we went to school together, good friend, and he knows that I don't BS or nothing like that about, stuff like this. Now, if I'm cutting up and we're joking and going on, that's a different subject, but he knows I don't lie, so he knows if I say we're after him in the woods and hunting and stuff, might get more action on the microphone too.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're having to deal with people.
And that looks interesting.
That limb, I can't figure out why it would be stuck backwards like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that tree in front of it ain't got no more bark on it. It's dead, though. And that might be a reason why, but...
Yeah, it could have maybe fell off it and got tangled up. But the way that the fork's on it, back around that smaller tree.
Mm-hmm.
It had to go through them limbs to get tangled up in it. Them limbs that are the ones that are bent over, they're the ones that are supporting that bigger limb that stuck out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, the thing that makes that all fishy is just that you got so many points where a smaller sized critter can just sit.
Oh yeah.
If you look at it up the tree.
Just like squirrels on the limb.
Yeah, you got at least like 1, 2, 3, 4, then coming down to there. I mean,
yeah.
They can sit there and watch and play around and.
And that's right over that little creek that runs right down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of deer and stuff run down through here too.
That's the only place. Well, I shot one deer. It come out over in here and come up, and I shot it with my bow right here. But every deer I've killed in here has been over, either coming out of that clear cut into the creek or coming down the holler into the creek. Because that creek starts right in here. And they'll come down this way and then go out towards that clear cut. But now I've heard deer snort and blow and all that stuff back over here, but the only ones I've ever seen have all come from over in here.
This is an interesting spot. There ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's isolated, but it's not. We could walk straight down the hill in about 20, 30 minutes if that long. It wouldn't take that long. But we'd come into houses down in yonder. I never knew this place was in here, and one day I just was coming up the road out there, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go in, and I was gonna come in and check this clear cut out. I thought, where that clear cut in the woods started again might be a pretty spot, and I walked out in here and come around that road and seen this, and I was like, oh boy, I think I found this one. And all the years that I've coming in here, never had any idea. I know what was going across the hill, but never thought about them being over in here until that morning when I run them hollered as they're going back around the clear cut. I thought, well, yeah, it's burning. I quit hunting over there so much to give them room, and now they're coming in here, so quit hunting in here and give them some more room. If I get evidence of that, and that's where my trail cam is, they'll just have to wait till next hunting season. I'm going to use it this year. They can have it after hunting season this year. One thing, the reason I think they like this is they can get up on top of these little old ridges, and you ain't gonna get in around them without them knowing you're here.
I would call this kind of like I don't know, a tactical area or a sacred ground almost type area right here. A layover point. I don't really know.
And it could be, I know without a doubt. Well, we know they're here too, but across the ridge, we know they're there. And that buddy of mine, his bird dogs are back out in the road at the truck. Well, they got run back into the road. Well, what better place to go from here down to those gardens and stuff down yonder? I'm sure to them it wouldn't be no walk at all. You cut across the ridge, come here, walk right out the road we walk in, go across there, and you're right out in the middle of.
Well, you think about a point like this, they can get down in the houses and farms and so on and so forth, but they can also beat it back into where nobody can follow them, nobody can find them.
Just like a deer, when a deer hangs out, I don't know about everywhere, but around here, they'll stay close to a thicket. That way, if they need to jump, they'll jump right back in the thicket, and you'll never see them.
Exactly.
Them deer come out in here and feed. Well, they got a thicket on this side and a thicket on this side. One little stretch of woods in between. Same thing for a Sasquatch. If they come through, they can come in here, catch deer, coon, get all these acorns and all that stuff. And when we come in, all they got to do is either spot.
Mm-hmm.
And like that one.
Well, when we walked straight up that way, we were like, what, 20 steps and stop, and
Yeah.
20 steps and stop, because you're going straight up that mountain right there.
Uh-huh. And you know that one, that not the last time, but the time before last, I think it was, that and come in the circle, does he come through this thicket here, around over in on this side of us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it done that day. It followed us that we got the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Because we smelled it all the way out and then going back.
That was cool, man. The way that stink smell,
Yeah.
just it was there and gone. You caught a whiff of it and gone, and you tried to find if there's something. We tried to find if anything was dead at that spot.
Yeah.
It would have stayed there. It would have lingered if there was a dead animal, but it was there and gone. There wasn't nothing dead in the area, but it followed us around.
Mm-hmm. Every time we'd get to a little open spot, you'd smell it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it stopped and was watching.
Mm-hmm. Every time we smelled it, then the dog would just come right back, whether it was Fendi or Gotti.
And look at the way the smell was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you what, the way you've got your set up, that was perfect that day.
Mm-hmm.
Because just to think, if you hadn't had that camera ready.
And that's right. I didn't bring that camera today, but that's probably the perfect setup to have a GoPro either on your chest or on your head, but then have that stick with the zoom camera.
Yeah.
That probably ought to be what I do 100% of the time. I try different things, but I think that's the best setup, hands down. That ought to be the one I go with all the time.
Because if it had just been your GoPro, you'd have never got it.
I would have never got it. No, I wouldn't have.
That little bit of movement, and then you throwed the camera on it, picked it up. I mean,
you're right.
Perfect.
You're right. I should always bring that with me. I had that out on my table with everything for the festival, and I didn't charge all my batteries up on that one. And I hadn't used this one in a while. I got 3 GoPros. So I said, I'll use this one today. This is the oldest one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you need to be on top of your game. I should have that set up every time. Whatever camera I got filming as we go, you need that zoom camera.
And that's what I think
that's awesome.
What hurts me the most is I'm not tech savvy.
Yeah, I'm not either. Now, the one thing about that camera, that looks like a DSLR, but it's not. A DSLR goes over my head. I've even tried to look at videos on it. That's just a point and shoot camera. So it has a few settings, but I keep it in auto. So if it gets dark, it automatically go to low light. You don't have to switch it or nothing. If it's sunny, it'll compensate for, a sunny sky and stuff like that. I just keep it in auto and then zoom. It's just simple. And then when you upload stuff, I always take the card out, put it into the card slot in the computer, and just upload. It's that simple. Yeah. I'm not super tech savvy either, although in a couple of years of working with equipment, I've gotten a little. You're going to get a little better with experience, you know.
And that's with me not knowing what I'm doing to start with. Now, trail cams, I can run my trail cams, which ain't nothing to them. Set them up, put batteries in them, and go back and find all the blank pictures where they blocked it out. Sit there and scratch your head. I guess that's what tickles me, especially about you getting to come up in here. A lot of the stuff that I've run into, Yuns has run into. And
I done seen it. Yeah.
My cousin that goes down on Uwharrie hunts near there. I was talking to him the other day, and he said that he had a trail cam. He said it took pictures of me coming in, took pictures of me leaving, said it had 1 or 2 pictures in between, and then it had blank pictures.
I've had a lot of blank pictures. I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
And he said he had another camera that was the same kind and everything, not maybe 50, 60 yards away, and said it worked fine. And we
gotta think if they cover it with something, or even if they covered it with a hand or something, or they covered it with a yellow leaf or something like that, it's gonna look like a blank sheet. And it might be different. It might be white, Might be yellow, it might be red. If it gets covered up, it's going to be blank pictures.
Yeah, and that's how that one, you know, until we got the 3 pictures of that one, them getting the coons out of that trap. That, I mean, it takes the picture and then the next picture's the side of its leg. It never got it when it first moved in front of it or nothing. If that thing would have been over 3 more inches, it would have been another blank picture. And the coon would have been gone and would have been wondering, well, how did they do it this time? But luckily it didn't get it completely blacked out. I may bring, whenever we come down to that festival, I may bring my cameras and get you to take a look at them.
Okay.
See what I need to set them on.
Okay, cool.
Of course.
Cool. Now you got that one GoPro. I'd get you like a chest mount. I'm really liking this chest mount.
I've got one.
I'd get one and use it.
My wife got it for me when she bought me the GoPro.
That would be good to use.
I guess what gets me more than anything is with hunting season starting, I've got my crossbow or my bow or
Oh, you could probably film some of your hunts if you wanted
I've got a mount for it that I'm going to put on my crossbow.
Cool.
And
I wouldn't mind seeing some of that.
Whenever, hopefully,
you could do a how-to video on hunting. People like to watch that because every hunter is a little bit different, you know, and uses a little bit different techniques.
I do the Elmer Fudd approach.
Oh yeah.
I go in, sit down, and be very, very quiet.
Yeah. You probably even got the plaid shirt on too, huh?
Nah, I use camouflage. That would be a good one to make though. Just take it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
then imitate Emma Fudd. Have your plaid shirt on and say, "Be very, very quiet."
I'm hunting squatches. We ought to do that. Do a challenge out to like Cryptovania and all that.
Yeah.
Do a crazy video.
Yeah.
Very, very quiet. We're squatching.
I always kind of get the feeling every time we come up here that there's something right around in this area right here.
Yeah.
So I thought I caught it just a little bit of movement right down through there. And then funny thing is, Fendi stopped and started looking real hard for a second.
Yeah. And I'm like you. I think that is one of their advantage points. With that being Laurel, they could sit in there and we'd never see them.
They could probably just go quietly, zoop up to the top, and either go this way, that way, whatever way they want.
Or they
can get to the Appalachian Trail from here, can't they?
Oh,
Pretty easy.
Yeah. Go back. Let's see, Newsom's is that way. We go back this way. You go back and hit Bartram's Trail, and then Bartram's Trail goes on. When you hit it, go to your left, and it'll take you up on top of Warrior up there to the Appalachian Trail.
Cool.
But I've always thought that right in there, even before I knowed anything was in here, that would be where animals would stay because they can catch anything coming to them. And that's where I've heard sometimes of a morning, I've heard deer over in there snorting and that kind of stuff, but I ain't never seen them because it's so thick you can't.
Exactly.
What we'll do, if you want to this fall, once these leaves and stuff get down, we'll come out here one day and do nothing but sit here.
Oh yeah,
that's
cool.
Hunting,
that's cool.
See if we have any interactions with them.
That's cool.
With them that way.
I want to set up in the fall, going down the stretch. Set up for some 3-day, maybe even 4-day weekends here and there. Set a couple of them up on my vacations, and I can use some of them to come down here and stay all day, maybe even all night in some cases.
Yeah, if you had like up there on Standing Indian, if you had like 2 or 3 days, come in and camp out up there. Or you're more than welcome. We'll put you up at the house.
Okay.
You can sleep in my little grandson's bed. It's a little race car. You might have to pull your feet But
I might come up here with the dogs and just stay all night with the dogs
Oh,
up here,
yeah.
right here.
well, right here, big.
I mean, I know there's no technically no camping here. I can just try to set
Well,
up
you
all
can.
night.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, who's gonna come out in here and tell you to leave?
You're right.
And the thing
You're right
about
on
it is,
that.
you can get. I've got 3 bars of 4G right here.
Mm-hmm. See, I can get me a lightweight hammock, one of those lightweight portable hammocks, and chill out.
Yeah, definitely. That would be neat.
Mm-hmm.
If you could put it maybe in between them 2 trees right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Cover over top of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like you. There's just something about out in here that it's just a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like you said, it could be a layover place. Like if they go out to the houses and stuff, I may stop in here and rest. Or
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I don't know about them, but anytime I'd go across that hill right there, I'd have to stop and rest. It'd take me 3 days to get up enough strength to walk on now.
I think this is maybe when I start calling it is like a BigFoot station area. I mean, this is kind of like a nice little station area. A whole lot going on to it.
Yeah.
You know, of course, a lot of people believe that they'll go around houses and stuff and get different things. If there's farms, or some people even believe that they get certain items that they need. I don't know if I buy into all of that, but I'm at the same time I'm trying not to be too judgmental about what other people believe. But this spot right here will get you as deep in wilderness as you can, but at the same time you can still access, you know, some farms and so on and so forth. You know.
And I've heard of a lot of people having stuff missing out of their gardens.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And this spot too is one of the places when people look at topo maps, they try to identify a travel paths through mountains, and they try to identify flatter places where, you know, these creatures may lay down and rest during the day, and so on and so forth. This is one of those type areas you would identify on a topo map. But even then, I'm not sure a topo map would accurately show just how awesome this little spot is. It might not show it as a big flat line. I don't know, you know, but this is what you're looking for as far as all that goes. And I agree with you. They may use some of these old grown-up logging trails. I don't think too many people's coming down this trail, man. I really don't.
No.
I really don't.
Me,
If they were coming down, they'd be more than likely coming down here on a Saturday, like me and you's coming down here.
No, it would be, and they would be more sign than them.
Oh yeah, there would be some sign down here. The only sign we've seen of human activity is when I dropped my little bucket, you know, my little pail for the dogs, and we said, oh, okay, this is what we dropped last time. Yeah. But I hadn't seen where anybody else has really dropped anything that I can think of.
The last, I'd say 4 years, 3, I could probably say without a doubt that I'm the only one that I know of that's been over in here. I've not seen anybody parked out there.
Everything I've seen, I agree with my short time over here. I believe you 100% on that.
Because most people ain't going to want, even though we've got it cleared out, a lot of people still ain't going to want to walk this far. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good hike when you're dragging a deer from here out. It really is. I think the last one that I killed in here, I got lucky. It run all the way back out to the other creek where Fendi likes to jump off. Well, actually, it was that first little creek, the one where we step across. It had run all the way back to there. And I tracked that thing through this clear cut and all the way back around. I made a bad shot on it, but I did wind up getting it. It run all the way back out to there, and my daddy was out there hunting, and it run past him. He didn't even know it was up there. I tracked it right by where he'd been. He might have moved when it come before it come through or something. But
Mm-hmm.
to me, it's just one of them places where, like we was talking about, you've got everything. You've got cover, you've got food.
Mm-hmm.
And over there at Newsom's, they was over there year round. They didn't, if they ever migrated, I don't know when it would have been, because we had activity year round
Mm-hmm.
on our trail cams and stuff. And, you know, the junk of messing our trails up and all of that.
Well, I'm sure that they eat nuts and stuff like that, and I'm sure that they can store those through for the winter to eat, for one thing.
That one year that I come in here and found all the, something was just weird. I mean, you just got that gut feeling something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's a sign that I've never seen before. It wasn't hog sign, it wasn't deer sign, it wasn't bear sign. I mean, you just got that feeling when you walked up, something just ain't right somehow or another.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I found that big pile of poop about that big. And I had it, I took pictures of it, but it was on one of my old phones that got deleted when I switched to a new phone. I had that one on one phone. I had that, and then I had those footprints we found way back under the parkway.
Mm-hmm.
Of the big one and the little one. The big one, the bigger one's track, which wasn't big, was about that long.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was about like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see where an old mud hole had dried up,
Mm-hmm.
and with only one in there, because there wasn't no other tracks through it. And you could see where they had walked through that mud hole, went through the mud hole by where we used to camp at, out by the creek, across the creek, went on around through the woods. There ain't nobody gonna be up in there walking with a young'un barefooted through the middle of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also see in one spot where they had sat in the mud, you could see the butt cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
And where the small.
I'd like to see something like that.
We was racking our brain trying to figure out what it was, and because we seen the little tracks. I mean, the small one, it was about the size of my 4-year-old's grandson's track.
Mm-hmm.
And we was like, well, what in the world they doing out here?
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, look where they sat there and you could see the little bud imprints,
Mm-hmm.
which we didn't think at the time. If it had been closed, you wouldn't have seen cheek imprints. You just had a flat spot, but you could see butt, little ridge, and cheek. You know, like it had to been naked, because it wasn't like where you sat down with clothes on and it just makes a big flat thing. And it wasn't that wide. And Dad said, "Don't you look?" Said, "You can see where that young's little butt cheeks is there." And I'm thinking, well, that don't make sense. And then we got out there to that longer mud hole, and it was about like from here to a little bit past that little bit bigger tree right there. And you could see where they had, and it was one, now that I get to thinking about it, it was 1 foot right behind the other, not side like people walk. And the little one was right beside of it every step. They just walked across it. And that's, I can take you back in there and you'd see it is miles and miles way back in there. And you can, when you could drive in there, which you still can part of the way, but you can't drive out to where we used to camp at. You can get within, I'd say within 3/4 of a mile, and you walk that old road out, and all the fields there is nothing but wild blueberries. So they've got all that food in the fall when blueberries get ripe, and I think that's what they was doing, because that's what we was doing. We was going out to pick blueberries. And but you can get out in those fields And listen, you can hear and see cars going around the parkway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's remote.
Hmm.
It makes standing engine look like you're downtown Asheville.
Oh yeah, they just got after something quick, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Something caught the engine. That's going almost down by your truck. Almost there.
Mm-hmm.
One of them back up here in Lebanon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. Was that Fendi down there, and he's down there? Yeah, that's Fendi. They spreading out.
Yeah.
They spreading out,
Dividing
making the search field wide.
Yeah.
Well, I got this right on the lip right here, so
You want me to take a picture of it?
yeah, take a picture of that. It shouldn't really move any. It shouldn't move any at all.
Be a short video. Just making sure where we keep the recorder this time. Looked like something had maybe slid it around a little. Dwight will find out when he sits there and listens to our upon our audio. We'll see what happens then, but this might help us in the long run. I ain't heard old Tommy Cooper around.
He's posted a few things up there this week.
Was it you that done that fetus?
Yeah, I put up the video of the Sasquatch fetus.
I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty interesting.
Well, I kind of think that guy might be full of crap.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hadn't seen it before though.
Did you see the one where he found it?
No, I didn't see that one.
It's on
Oh, you
YouTube.
dug through there? Okay.
Yeah, when I hit that other one, it pulled it up over on the side,
Uh-huh.
and I hit it, and there was a place with a log on it like this, except the log was a little higher off the ground, and all that was covered in blood and everything, and that thing was laying partially covered up on the ground, sticking out of the leaves. Now, like I say, whether it was true or not.
I kind of think he's BSing, but I put it up there because I hadn't seen it before, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well, then the thing about it is, put it out there and let people draw their own conclusions.
Yeah.
And
Well, he wasn't he claiming that he got paid a lot of money for it. He ended up there.
got paid over 6 figures, and they told him that the only thing that he could say about it was that they were real. He couldn't do nothing other than that. But I was like you. I was sort of skeptical at the beginning, and then whenever I seen that other video and clicked on it, what got me was, which is, you know, an actor is an actor, which he could have been doing a good job at. Something been cutting them acres. But he was talking about how bad everything smelled.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, now that part sounds right. And
I need to get my doggone
spider switch.
spider switch. Spider switch.
But he was talking about how that but he was talking about how bad everything smelled. And if he done a good job.
Well, he's definitely going all out with it. I mean, when you see someone and they're saying this is a Sasquatch fetus, I mean, they're going pretty dang far out. I mean, either it's a hoax or it's the real deal. Not too many people are claiming stuff like that. So
what got me was, and like I say, it could all be fake, but one thing that did interest me was the blood.
Mm-hmm.
You could see on the log where the blood had gelled.
Mm-hmm.
So he's either brought in something to, to do that part too,
Mm-hmm.
or if it is real, if it ain't real, he done a good job to cover a lot of detail.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And what got me was the, I guess looking at it, if it is true, then the ratio looks close for the arms and legs, because the arms was longer than what the legs was and the body was and that kind of stuff. But like I say, you can see on the video where he says he found it, you can see see it good on it. It's not in that bag.
I would be interested to see, I mean, what his first couple of YouTube videos were like. Was he out there filming already, or did he just start up with that right there? That would be interesting to see too. Did he just start up with the Sasquatch fetus?
Well,
I really didn't research it. I just thought it was interesting. I posted it up.
Yeah, and the best I remember, he said that him and his dog was out hiking,
Mm-hmm.
and his dog was drawn that way, and then he got the smell or something like that, and I might not have it word for word, but he went to check it out, and there that thing was.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started filming it the best I remember. And like I say, it more than likely it is a fake. But if it is, he covered a lot of detail, like the blood and putting it up on the side of a log, like one was. Like you might think a Indian would have birth, sitting on a log.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and that's some parts of it. If it's not true, he done some good parts that I think would maybe actually happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got some details in it, right? The story's outlandish, but I mean, there's some details in it that are somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
It wasn't like watching a Peter Kane dog training video where he claims that, he's got frozen Bigfoot feet and all that stuff. And, yeah.
Now that I'd have to see.
You've probably seen that stuff. That guy's off the wall. He's basically a comedian. It don't take too much to end up realizing that he's just having fun with it.
Yeah. He ain't serious.
He ain't serious.
Yeah, that's like that one fellow that when I put them pictures up from my buddy Brett to see. Another fellow said that his last time he was seen, he was in Myrtle Beach surfing. So, I can show you. Have you ever seen ginseng?
I don't know that I've ever really noticed it out in the woods. If you see one, point it out to me.
Picture. I took a.
So what do you, can you take wild ginseng and do anything with it, or you got to harvest it?
It's good for, if you eat it, it's good for bellies, for your belly settling, your belly down, ulcers and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. But
mean,
you don't want to eat too much of it, though.
Well, the Japanese use it for an aphrodisiac. So I guess it just depends. Right there's one plant of it.
Oh, okay. So that's what
it's
it
got
looks
the
like.
5 leaves, but it's that little pod with berries in it. Well, berries will start turning red about any time.
What do you do with the berries?
I always just shake them off and leave them there. That way it'll come back again another year.
Now what happens if you're out in the woods and you harvest a bunch of them and you get in trouble for it?
Yeah, you can. If you don't go get a permit from the Forest Service, you can get fined for digging it. Now,
Other than that, all you need is a permit and you can gather them up and sell them.
And you can sell it if you get it off of private property. Like if you own property that's got it on it, then all you got to do is just take it and sell it, and they'll take down your driver's license number and
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Now, something to think about, you know. I don't know if you can make a lot of money doing that, but.
Well, they sell it for around, once it's dried, anywhere $600-800 a pound.
Dang, that's pretty good.
So if you know where quite a bit is, you can make, pretty good money off of it. And if you get to the right people, you can make more than that.
So them little chicken legs can go through the woods, can't they, Fendi?
You need to check your trail.
You know what I was thinking about it? You know what? Let's see if we can get another 2 weeks out of it.
Okay.
I don't see any reason why we can't.
No.
I was trying to be cautious last time, but I think we can get another 2 weeks out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I got a 16 gigabyte card and I got it set on 3 picture burst. That's gonna take thousands of pictures.
Yeah.
Only thing that worries me is about the battery life on there, but I think it's fine. Cause it ain't been sitting there. It ain't been 3 months since I checked it.
No.
And I put the new batteries in it, so. But you don't want to go much past 3 months on them. They don't have as long a battery life as a Moultrie or a Browning.
Them that I've got the stealth cam, and they do pretty good on battery.
I think a lot of times with trail cameras, if you can space it out when you check them, I think that's always the better.
Well, that's what I tried to tell Newsom. I would get buck pictures on mine. He'd get one old doe, maybe something like that, but he's checking his every week. Wouldn't go much over a week and a half.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get a lot out of it doing that.
They get used to your travel pattern.
Yeah, and you're putting your scent all over the area over and over again. If you just go every couple of months, your scent ain't gonna stay.
It don't give it. I mean, you're not predictable. If your mailman comes every day at 3 o'clock, you know what time your mailman's coming.
Oh yeah.
Same thing with going to your trail cam. If you go in every few days and check it, that scent ain't never dying down.
Yeah, you're right.
I've had mine up there on where it's at now, and I put it out in June. Either last May, June 6th. I guess that would have been June, about the first part of June. And I've been back to it one time since. And the one time I did go, I had 4,758 pictures on it.
Dang.
But I forgot it in that 3 photo burst too. But I'm going to put it next time. I think I'm going to put it on video.
Oh yeah, I always experiment around. I go back and forth between video and photo burst, and
Now that hunting season's opening, I'll be in there a little more. Well, you change the batteries out a little more often.
I got 2 Browning cameras. Both of them take audio. I got them in Uwari.
Yeah.
I'll take video and audio.
Well, they'd put that stick across the trail out here. I wonder what they're going to do when we come back next time. I like how they do stuff like that. That makes you know they're still hanging around anyway.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. I wonder what bird that's from. What would you say that is? Small little feather.
Yeah. It could be a small turkey.
Oh, for real? Okay. That's cool.
Because right now the ones that are hatched out this year,
Mm-hmm.
most of them ain't but about this tall right now to the top of their heads.
Okay.
It could be that, and it could be. When I first looked at it, I was thinking of one of them old, what we call south suckers.
Yeah.
They're sort of tannish with a red head, not a highlighted or whatever you call them wood. That's what we call a wood hen. But there's a little one that's got a yellow belly on it, and that's what we've always called them, was a yellow belly south sucker. My Uncle Jim, before he passed away, he always called me a redhead. If you want to walk down that holler right there, we'll hit this road.
Oh, if you want to, yeah.
And walk down.
I'll follow you then.
Oh, you're done fine. Just go right there that road and head up the hill.
Just head up right here.
Yeah. That's where we went.
Oh yeah, I remember that day.
That's where we found that other pine tree where they hid that limb and done it like they did them over yonder before we first come in.
Mm-hmm. It looks interesting right there.
Uh-huh. Now, this is one place here I guarantee you nobody ever goes. I mean, why would you? Unless you're looking for Bigfoot.
You're right. Which way, up through here?
No, if we want to go out to where we
Go right here?
Yeah. And see, I think that interesting. Right there goes the road up through the clear cut, but look what a trail through here.
Mm-hmm.
Going right down through yonder, right over to where we was at.
Fendi. She's going the wrong way. Fendi! Woohoo! Boop, 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 boop. There she comes.
There she is. Good girl. Good boy, guys. He's outdoors. Just let me get back to that truck, please. I won't eat too many milk bones.
I mean, it's cool. Just right in this spot right here. It feels real cool right here too, does it to you?
Yeah. Look at this little, that lady.
I see that.
That's been broke over.
All this doggone pine needle strewn all over the ground. It's pretty thick.
Oh yeah, be a good place to walk and not be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a trail up through there too, what?
It looks like it, don't it?
The bad thing about a pine thicket like this, all these limbs that fall naturally, but like you said, when they fall and they get stuck and stand up and leans and all of that stuff.
That makes you think.
over that trail. Now if you go on down through here, you'll come out in that cove.
Mm-hmm.
If we stay up here on top, it'll take us out to the point where that one was at. But like that, what's the chances of that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they done found something. Probably a deer.
But that would make a good block to keep deer from coming through here.
Mm-hmm.
The way that's wove in between them trees.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's laid on top of it. That ain't gonna happen in nature, I'm sorry. I mean, how could it? That's gonna go out and bend around that way.
Mm-hmm.
And right here is where...
I mean, it's tucked right in between them two right there. You
these
see
two
it,
and
yeah.
in between them two.
In between that right there, so. I don't know, sometimes I think stuff like that was just meant to kind of furry something in a certain direction.
That's why I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. That's to keep when you want a deer to go a direction,
Mm-hmm.
you cut off the easy routes.
That's right.
Because the deer's going to take the path of least resistance.
Mm-hmm. Damn, them damn dogs. Oh, here they come.
Yeah. You can hear that. Now, right down here's a little flat spot. You want to go up and check that ridge top out where that one was at?
Yeah. We can go back up there and check it.
Okay. I want to walk right here. Well, that road, we can go right there. The road comes right back into the top of it. Well,
Okay. I'm behind you.
this little flat spot right here would be a...
Oh, that's cool right there. That was a good eyes on that. Gotti! Gotti! Well, Tim, this right here was this probably was you right here. Okay. I think that had to been you. More than likely.
Yeah, it probably was, because you can about see where my heel and my...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfecto mundo. I mean, it really looks like a boot print anyway.
Yeah.
Where's old Gotti boy at? Gotti! Come here! I know his fat ass didn't chase a deer all over the place. I guess that's what they saw.
Where did Gotti go? He said, I don't know. He's a big boy. This one snapped off right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know there ain't been nobody through here doing it.
Oh yeah, that's like a trail marker type deal
Look
right
at
there.
that one right there.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It almost looks like a little track, but
I've seen a couple of them ones that. There's one right there. It kind of looks like a little track right there, and then
right there.
right straight there.
They've run something. I ain't gonna say they, but something's come through here. You can see where it's went under this limb.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like it'd been something small, like a deer or something. But this ain't a deer track.
You got it right up here too. Pretty interesting.
But that would make sense in the running deer through here. See where something's come through there and skinned the ground back.
Mm-hmm. Woo! Got it.
That would have breaking me. Well, no, this is watching this good. It looks funny right in there, don't it?
Mm-hmm. It does.
All that pushed down.
It does look funny. This whole little area right here is interesting.
Yeah.
There you go, Biggie. You okay?
That deer right here is jumping around. Tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, if you want to walk that road, I'll step and check this trail out.
Okay.
Or if you want to check the trail out,
Okay. Looks like it, don't it? That's wedged in there tight. That's pretty doggone tight right there.
ain't no wonder that thing, that's neat looking there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no wonder that thing followed this and we never heard it.
Yeah, with all this With all this pine straw you got on the ground, when you're gonna be quiet, you don't make a lot of noise.
Even my boy could be quiet up in here.
Mm-hmm.
Right here's a big bed of some kind. You see where it honestly don't look like a deer bed.
Mm-hmm.
But something's been
So
bedded
something's
down
flattened it down right there.
Yep.
It's got it real flat.
Been a lot of something going. I know God didn't seem to kick this up a little bit, but they right out through there coming through.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of deer tracks. Probably where we ain't had a lot of rain here lately. They're probably going down to the creek down yonder.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Getting them some nice pure water.
Yeah. Right here's them two hiding spots. What they're saying. Getting through that spider web. Still, I mean, if that ain't the perfect ambush spot, I don't know what would.
I don't know what would be if that ain't it. I mean, that's perfect. Got 2 spider holes. You got a little laying spot right here. You see the ridge coming all the way around. You got the high ground right here. You got the creek running real strong below it. I mean, this is a perfect little hunting spot. Like a Sasquatch ground blind.
Yeah. Right, come out with them hunting blinds, call them squatch blind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to try. Remember, my wife's talking about it, starting us up a food truck.
Oh, for real? I got some people at work talking about food trucks.
We're going to do. I make not a bragging because I do it, but everybody tells me I make the best hot dog chili you ever eat.
What?
And
listen, you talking to a guy that eat chili out of a can with rice and all. I love some chili now. I try everybody's chili. If I'm in a restaurant, I'll just order some chili, it's a small cup just to taste what it tastes like.
Yeah. Now this I make is real good on hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
We're thinking about doing a food truck and calling it Squatch Dog.
I'd eat a Squatch dog any day of the week.
Yeah. We're figuring you could have the.
I want slaw, chili, cheese, and onions on my Squatch dog.
I like everything you said except for the cheese. Chili, slaw, and onion. If you got mayonnaise and mustard, you can put a little of that on there. And if not, if I've got chili and slaw and onion.
God, he's doing his own BigFoot research.
Yeah,
he's trying to recreate.
This is how he's laying in here watching you go by.
He's doing his own recreation of how a Squatch sleeps in a spider hole.
That would be a perfect sleeping spot.
Mm-hmm. Well, God, he thinks so.
He likes it whether anybody else does or not, don't he?
God, you smell something? You smell Squatch in there?
Don't look at me, it wasn't me.
Been chased after whatever critter you and Vinny were chasing after. You chased it longer than she did, didn't you? You better be careful.
Look at that. I just noticed right there above your head, right at that little limb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it comes from. guess that's one reason that I look at trees and stuff so much, because I'm looking for signs where deer and stuff come through.
Oh yeah.
And I guess that's the reason I look at deer's more.
Dude, you're good at picking that up. Don Johnson's pretty good at picking up stuff like that. He's not a hunter, but he's good at picking up sticks and trees and weaves and bends and. That's why I like talking to people that's been out in the woods their whole life. I mean, they've seen the woods their whole life. If something looks unusual to them, I mean, I'm going to pay attention to it. I'm not going to be quick to judge anybody that's been out here. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of little sticks.
Uh-huh.
It is interesting.
Especially up here where these just tucked in behind.
Mm-hmm.
And run through.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again, that's another spot. You just kneel down, you know, right here.
Like
kneel down right there, and you got that weave right in front of you. I mean,
break your face up.
Yeah.
And if you noticed on that picture that you got that one limb, well, he's got that leaf coming right at his forehead, and then that one little stick is sticking up that goes right to his nose, right.
And then he's got his back to a tree that's a dark color, like he's a dark color. So you know, I mean, he looks like part of the tree.
Yeah.
So.
And if you think when this was green, maybe had some leaves on it. If they're using it to catch deer and stuff coming through here, which deer, summertime love it in here because it's so cool.
I think stuff like this is a perfect little squatch blind. I mean, I really do. Nice little weave, breaks up everything.
And like I say, whether it's for hunting or watching, they're doing it for something. I mean, I'd like to, I ain't a statistic man, but I'd like to know what the statistics would be on that falling, like right here. It's little bitty and tucked in. Now these have been there a while. But that one, because they sort of grow together, but it comes through there, under that one, out and under that one. And this one here, well, you can tell whether they've been there for a long time. But that stick ain't gonna stand up there on its own.
It's funny how if it all just fell, and why is it in here so tight? This stuff's in here tight now.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it ain't going nowhere. It's gonna stay there.
Yeah.
It's in there super tight. I mean, that's just, you know, that's interesting. It's something to keep an eye on. And
yeah,
like I say, I'm gonna get another trail camera up in this area and cover some of this.
Well, I've got one there attached if you want us to bring it up here.
Oh yeah, we can do that. And you can put one up here. I can put one up here. More eyes on it, the better.
I'll tell you what we could do, if you wanted to put yours through here somewhere, or wherever, we could take that one of mine up there, where we went up and found that other, where they broke that one pine limb off. Do you think you've seen something move back up there?
I've seen, like twice while we've been walking down, I thought I saw something move around.
I thought I seen something move right up in there.
I wonder now what they were chasing.
Yeah. I smell something smells a little different too. Do you smell that?
I don't smell nothing.
It's not a dead animal smell like we smelled the last time. Stand right here. It's almost it's just a different smell. It's not a dead animal smell, but it's something that.
Okay, I catch a slight little musk.
Yeah,
like it's slightly little musky. It don't stink, but it's a smell. It's kind of a musky type smell.
Yeah,
Almost smells like a bunch of smashed green leaves with a little bit of musk.
But if you wanted to put yours through here, I could take mine up. Remember where we found that one limb on that pine tree? It looked like it'd been pulled just straight off, and they're letting the sap collect. I could put mine up there and watch that road, where that road turns back and goes this way.
Okay.
Then we'd have the lower part and the upper part of this clear cut covered a little bit. The road part anyway.
I think that'd be cool. When next time we come down, I'll bring an extra one and we can set that up.
Okay.
Because I'm really liking this spot right here.
Yeah. This has got everything. If you're a predator, which I don't know if you'd really call them a predator or not,
I would say they are. I mean,
I do know they eat deer guts and coons. And but if you're wanting to stay hid, what better place to be?
Mm-hmm. That's a nice experiment too. If we can cover some deer guts and stuff like that with the trail camera just to see what happens. Put it up in an area like this and just see what happens.
You come up, whenever you get to come up and we go out there and sit all day, if it's during squirrel season, I'll bring my gun. We can shoot a couple of squirrels.
Okay.
Gut them and lay them out and see what.
Cool.
See what gets them. Or if it's bow season or whatever, we'll take my bow. You never can tell. Maybe have a deer to come through. I smell that again now. I got just a quick whiff of it.
Oh yeah. I got one now too.
That wind's coming from over in this direction. I'm getting it pretty stout right there.
One thing about it, it's just so brown out through there. It's super brown. And that breaks up anything walking through.
Oh yeah,
anything with a darker color.
40 yards.
Because I thought I saw something move a while ago too, right there, but
40,
you wouldn't know it.
40 yards right there, and you'd never see it move. I mean, especially.
I think it would even be hard to pick one up with a thermal if it was going through there. There's so much cover in front of it.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to see it in a thermal too.
It would. I got another whiff of that just now. Funny thing is, it's done just like that one that stunk so bad. You get it for just a few seconds and then you don't smell it. And then you'll smell it again. And like you say, with them getting out or something, just 75, 80 yards back uphill up there, maybe 100.
Maybe it's the same one, but he's been swimming in the river. He don't smell as bad.
Yeah, he's changing up his scent. Well, they know I stink, so I better take a bath.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Changing up the scent makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they are tactical after all. That would be a good tactical move.
Yeah.
Okay, I just caught a whiff of that again just now. Strong for a second and it's gone. But it's not that stink smell though. He's probably saying, okay, them jokers just walk that trail and walk right out of here. Now they're stomping in my spots. They got both dogs loose now. I mean, come on now.
Come on, guys. Let's go get you. I've been real quiet. I ain't put nothing on you.
We might come by and get a doggone weaved big log gate in front of us next time. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
With a security code on the trail cam.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right.
That's older. That wasn't the dogs.
No, that's not the dogs. That almost looks like a
print, don't it?
I don't think you were down here, were you?
No, I ain't been down here yet.
I mean, that looks definitely like a print. So it's like a foot.
Almost looks like a.
It don't quite look like your boots.
No, I ain't. I stepped from when I turned around and seen. I stepped from right here. I was right here and I seen that, so I come around this way.
Don't quite look like your boots.
Now That's a lot bigger than my boot.
That's wider.
Yeah.
That's wider.
And it almost looks like a toe.
Yeah, that does look like a toe
a big
right
toe
there.
right there.
Yeah. May have been something else besides Gotti in that spider hole a while ago. You never know.
I don't step over that, but not just for real. Oh, here's another where they took some food with some onions.
I see that.
I remember that night you sent me the pictures before you got the picture of that in space right there. As soon as I seen the picture, I could see that thing face sticking out like a glove. There ain't no way
That's cool,
them
right?
limbs just fell like that.
Nah. There's some symmetry to it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, how's this going to get in and hook behind it? And
Yeah, and again, I'll be willing to bet you it's tight too. It's tight, man. This stuff right here is in there tight. That is tight. I mean, that is tight in there. That's put in there.
and see right there's the road. Just 20 yards right there.
Well, see, I think stuff like that, I'm not going to call that a structure. That's just like a weave and a blind.
Yeah.
If you're stooped down behind this right here,
if you're right here,
it's breaking up your outline.
you're sitting
It's camouflage.
like that right there.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Yeah.
see everything.
You can see them, but they can't see you. And you got the high ground too, going down to the low ground down here. Perfect spot.
Yeah.
When you hear them coming up through, if you don't want to stay right there, you can move on back and go back up the mountain. So.
This one here's been snapped off.
Mm-hmm.
And laid. Okay. That's the tall sucker right there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what's done it, but something. Snapped it off. Did you hear that?
Mm-mm. Gotti was just taking a crap. What it sound like?
Just like a faint wood knot.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Just
hear that.
one
No, I didn't hear that.
right off down in here.
Bob's hears a lot more wood knocks than I do, so I don't know. I got good hearing, but maybe I'm not quite as attuned to faint wood knocks. I've heard some faint wood knocks on my audio that I didn't hear myself.
Yeah. It was off down, almost like it was across. You know how it goes down into the creek and then back up to the road where we go out?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was on that other side of the creek over there. And it's just one time just... Almost like when that one whooped that was down there in Scaly Mountain. Not trying to make a whole lot of noise, just like I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
And with us smelling that up there, it might have been what it was. Might have slid around and went over there waiting on us to go out. Maybe not to let the other ones know where it was at. They quit running all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, they sure have.
I know they're cars, but I haven't got his dead.
So you dead, boy? You tired? You tired, old Gotti boy?
Like old Michael Clark Duncan on the Green Mile. I'm tired, boy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. You got to go to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to work tomorrow. Yeah, like I said, down the stretch, I'm hoping hoping I can get me some days in maybe starting in October. I can get me some long weekends, but kind of.
Come up sometime in October. Our church is having a fish fry.
Mm-hmm.
Me and another guy there fried fish for everybody. It'll be on Saturday.
Well, let me know what the date is. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. We're gonna have fish, and if everything goes like I'm hoping, I'm gonna cook some deer meat, some turkey, wild turkey, and wild hog.
Okay. Cool beans.
They're fish fry, but I like cooking all that other stuff too.
Oh yeah.
We'll take some, make some wild turkey roll-ups. You take that breast and cut it into, slice it long ways, and make your strips out of it and cut them about that big. And then I've got some seasoning there at the house that's called Strawberries Barbecue Rub. You put a piece of pickled jalapeno on it, sprinkle that rub on it, wrap it with bacon.
Is it hot?
No, that pickled jalapeno puts just a little bit of kick in it, but not hot.
Okay.
And then when you get all your skewers done, you take and sprinkle just a little bit more of that barbecue rub on them. Cook them on the grill for about 10-15 minutes. Whew. You talk about good.
Let's try that out.
We went out to Missouri dove hunting, and that sort of looks a little weird.
That does, don't it? A little bit weird.
And but we went out there, and the doves we killed, they fixed them up like that. And I thought, well, dove season only comes around in the fall of the year. Turkey season's in the spring. One turkey equals about 50 doves, meat-wise. And we use it on chicken. We do chicken roll-ups the same way. But that barbecue rub that we picked up out there, that's the best rub I've ever used. We use it to do deer meat rubs, or roll-ups. There's just something about taking a good piece of meat and putting bacon on it makes it that much better.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, coming down to this morning right when I texted you, I pulled out, went to Hardee's and got that Munster biscuit. That's got bacon, cheese, sausage, ham, eggs. That Munster biscuit's off the chain. That bacon sets it off just right.
Oh yeah. We used to do one whenever I worked at Hardee's when I was first out of high school. Over at Western Carolina University. We had look how close, right? The company's been fogging down that, making a trail right there.
I agree. It sure looks like it.
But we done what they call the big old biscuit. That's back when they had them Canadian Sunrise biscuits. You took the Canadian Sunrise, and then you put a piece of their steak on it, and then lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise, and sausage, and all that. You had the Canadian bacon, regular bacon, ham, the steak, the sausage, and lettuce, tomato, and cheese, and egg on it.
Dang, I ain't never heard of that one.
No, it was something them football players made up.
Oh, okay, got you.
And they called it the big old biscuit.
The big old biscuit.
Yeah, because the time you got to that thing that's set 4 or 5 inches tall, and they said, man, that's a big old biscuit. So that's what we started naming it.
Maybe that's the inspiration for the Munster biscuit. It might be.
There you go. It might have been. Of course, that's been back when I was first out of school. And I've been out of school almost 2 years now. About 30 added on top of it.
You've been out of school 10 years times 3.
Plus 3. I graduated in 85. I've been out long enough to forget everything I don't need to know like English. I kept up what I do need to know. Shop, woodworking. I run pile-laden wood picking. That's what we call the wood here. I was another trailer coming through. You ain't noticed going right down too young. That comes from over in there. If you go right there and hit that old skid road, bend around to your left, that goes off where the flower pot was.
Oh, okay.
Up in the
Oh, okay.
tree.
We're going to have to visit that area
We can do it.
coming up. See what it looks like.
Okay. Glad them things had put another limb across the trail out there. That used to aggravate the far out of me, but since I ain't hunting in here, it don't bother me now. That just confirms everything I thought I knowed. Some people at the church get a kick out of somebody that they finally meet that oh yeah, man, Dwight, you seen BigFoot? Yeah, man, Dwight, we went and done this, that, or the other. Now they'll know I ain't just got imaginary friend.
Well, these spiders build webs quick, don't they?
I think them and the squatches are in cahoots.
They probably are.
Make it as miserable on them as you can. That's going to be interesting if we run into that smell again on this side.
Well, I think it's interesting. That's a different type of smell.
Yes, it was. It lasted about the same.
I don't really think I've smelled that smell before.
It's interesting that it's lasted about the same amount of time as what the stinky one did, but it's a different smell altogether. You get a whiff of it and then it'd go away. You get a whiff and then it'd go away. Yeah. Test that one, that little old link. Just to see if I come back and do anything else. I don't use cutting that. That one. could cut that. Let's make it up.